Pages getting taking care of it, all that. So let's switch this up. There it goes. It's not updating. There we go. Switching that. Sorry, I had to turn on the stream real quick last minute to get this going. Let's pause that. There we go. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's get these player instructions going. Spawning in the top left position on Ascension to Ire. He's up 1 in this best of 3 series is the red Zerg player from Psistorm Gaming. It is JonSnow. And spawning in the bottom right, also hailing from Psistorm Gaming. He's down 1 of this best of 3. He needs to win this to stay into the series. It is the blue Zerg player Zanster. And I missed the first game, so it should have been a pretty interesting matchup. It went really quick from what it looked like in the replays, at least in the replays I was able to download. So I'm kind of excited to see what is going to be going on here for both players. JonSnow, I've mentioned before, and I'll mention this again until this is just like a story that everyone will remember from JonSnow. Back when he was in high school, he played in the high school Star League, which is where I started casting. I started casting with the SG Mothership, Michael Novak. It was in the team kill format, so it was player 1 from team 1 versus player 1 from team 2. Winner stays in, losers out, until the whole team is gone. JonSnow's high school only had 2 players, him and his brother couldn't make it. So JonSnow had a 4-0 the team to stay in it because it's a best of 7, and he wiped out 3 teams. He 4-0'd everyone until the semifinals with this gnarly 1-base roach push in the heart of the swarm. It was absolutely sick to see him go 11 games or 14 games in a row, whatever it was, but I know he eliminated 3 teams. It was absolutely insane. He ultimately did lose to Terran, but still, I love that story. I love how badass that was, and that was before, and that was back when Panda Bear Me was still in high school, and not really known. And Banana forgot the dude's name. Anyway, so we do see the couple of Zerglings coming out here from Zanster, speed upgrade, and we do see this Baneliness kind of in front of this little ramp here. So if I went onto that Queen, could kind of block the ramp there. And JonSnow taking that third base, and doesn't look like Zanster's going to be able to see it. This Overlord is actually moving into a great position to stop that, or at least to scout that Overlord. JonSnow has Lings on the way, got 10 Lings on the way, but Zanster got his Lings out just a little bit sooner, so we'll see exactly if he's going to be able to save this third base or not. More Lings streaming out for JonSnow. The speed upgrade is going to finish in a little bit in favor of Zanster. But you have to remember, Zanster has that Bailey Nest if he wanted. Roach Warren coming out for JonSnow. Speed upgrade has now finished for Zanster, but JonSnow's speed upgrade will finish at basically the same time. So now they both have that speed upgrade. Now look at the links streaming across the map for JonSnow. I don't think Zanster is ready for this. He's got 2 Bailings. But is it going to be enough? That third base from Zanster is going to be under attack. A lot of speed links coming in now. A couple getting to the main base of JonSnow, but really not going to be able to do anything. Kind of get stuck in on those rocks there. And here we go. A lot of Banes coming in. Huge explosion onto JonSnow's army. They're getting rid of majority of those Lings, but it's not going to be enough. Couple Queens here from JonSnow going to come out trying to save this hatchery. Kind of basically whoever loses this hatchery is going to lose the game at this point. I mean, the third base from JonSnow is already up and at him. Is it going to finish in time? He has to cancel, forces the cancel, and just the Lings wasn't out in time. More drones coming out, and that drone is going to, or excuse me, more Banes coming out, and that drone is going to now try to refinish that up. Lings from JonSnow streaming to the bottom side of Zanster's base. They're going to get to the main base. And it looks like Zanster is kind of running around here at the time. There we go. The counterattack from Zanster running across the map. ZVZ is just impossible to kind of keep track of. And the third base of Zanster is under attack again, forcing that cancel. Bane's coming in, but just unfortunately just not there. And now here we go. JonSnow going after, excuse me, Zanster going after the third base of JonSnow. JonSnow may actually lose his third base. He won't be able to get the cancel on. It's going to be disastrous if JonSnow is not able to keep this third base up. Personally, I would sacrifice those Lings to go after that hatchery, but that's just me. That's probably why I'm stuck in Diamond. More Lings streaming in here from JonSnow, or excuse me, Zanster coming in, getting some decent Baneling hits. But the Bane's kind of exploding onto only 1 or 2 Lings here. A lot of Roaches here from JonSnow, and Zanster going to go out with his own Roaches as well. This third base from JonSnow not really mining here at the moment. I don't know if the in-game sound is too loud for you guys. I do apologize if it is. And Link's coming here from Zanster. JonSnow does not want to get baited into those Banes. He gets a couple decent Baneling hits, but here comes a counter from Zanster. He really wants to tackle down that third base. Third base from Zanster is almost up. We do see no one's really jumping into any kind of layer tech yet. Right? Yeah. Okay. And now it's just back and forth with these Lings. We are on Ascension to Ire, one of the newer maps for this map pool. Kind of interesting little setup here. It kind of has a north-south feel when you go out to build. No one really does the east-west type stuff. So, and great positioning from JonSnow. Look at the hatcheries. He's got, or look at the overlords. He's got great positioning. Be able to see exactly what's coming on the major pathways for either player or for either side. Queen's coming out now, takes down a couple of the Lings. And now the roaches from Zanster are moving out, but JonSnow is going to have that upgrade. JonSnow trying to move in. These Banes are here to try to stop these attack going in. Another drone going out. Let's take a quick look at the drones. 4 drones have died for Zanster, only 1 for JonSnow. Ling's going to try to come in here, but JonSnow has plenty of roaches here at the stop. He's getting that +1 range upgrade. Ling's going to try to get in. They do eventually get in, but that Queen will be able to clean it up, no problem. And Zanster is the, oh, look at all these drones for JonSnow. No! JonSnow, move your drones! Ah, there we go. Finally moves the drones. And, lots of roaches moving out now. +1 is going to finish up in time for JonSnow to deal with his attack, but he's got the superior army count by far. If you look at 40 to 60, I mean, there's really not much Zanster's going to be able to do, especially once that upgrade kicks in. It's going to be super hard for him to deal with these roaches. And the Lings from JonSnow are bouncing around. Those Naga Tower getting full vision of everything that's going on, sees the army moving around. JonSnow knows he's in a great position, doesn't have to really worry about it too much, taking double gas at his third base there. And that +1 has finished now for JonSnow, so it looks like he's just kind of hanging out. Now +2 has started, and the speed upgrade basically started for the same time for both players. And it doesn't look like any of them is really jumping in to try to go into a fourth base. We do see the layer obviously is finally up for both players. It looks like it's just going to be Roach v. Roach right now. Ling running around for JonSnow, just kind of taking a look, see if he's going to spot any bases. We do see a drone finally moving out here, and that Ling's going to go after. Oh, no, runs right into the roaches. And fourth base of Zanster is starting ahead of JonSnow. JonSnow would not have been able to see that drone because it would have moved in just that shadow area right there, the fog of war area. JonSnow now moving out. He's going to have he has the +1 in his favor and the speed upgrade. But looks like he decided not to, and he's going to get a couple Ravengers out. Looks like he's going to try to go after the Overlord. Overseer coming in for Zanster. Might drop a Changeling. Is he going to do it? Let's see if this Corsair Bile. How good is this Corsair Bile hits? Is he going to predict it? Oh, he's going to go after the slow one. Why not? Boom, boom, boom. Snipes that Overlord. Zanster's actually supply capped for the moment, forcing him to make a couple Overlords here and there. And both of them have the speed upgrade now. Both of them have the tier 1 upgrade. And interesting enough, none of them deciding to go to Hydralisk. None of them really changing up their build. Both of them have the same similar build here. And there we go, fourth base from JonSnow again, taken now. And here comes the attack from JonSnow moving across the map. Zanster is in a good positioning, but it's right below this Overseer. Overseer, there we go, gets sniped from JonSnow, or from Zanster snipes JonSnow's Overseer, or Overlord. Now both these players are just going back and forth with trying to snipe each other's Overlord. JonSnow is completely supply capped. He has to make a couple more Overlords in order to get this attack going. He's not going to be able to resupply here. Zanster losing an Overlord, but he's still fully supply capped. And here we go. He's going to be the tail. +2 is about to finish up here from JonSnow. JonSnow is going to have about a 14-second advantage here with his missile attacks. Tier 2 has finished up for JonSnow. JonSnow pushing forward. Cross the ball landing on both players. Zanster pushing forward. JonSnow just being super aggressive with this. +2 is in favor of JonSnow right now, and he's slightly pulling ahead. But Zanster has the army count right here. Plus, he's got the base to reinforce this. Supply cap dropping for both players. Crossbow landing evenly on both sides, but it looks like this JonSnow just has a little too much here to deal with. The Zanster's not going to be able to recover from this. +2 is about to finish up in the next 10 seconds for Zanster, and the 4th base from Zanster is going to be completely destroyed. He's not going to have enough here. More roaches coming out here, as we can see, but JonSnow is going to be able to snipe that 4th base and pull away. But Zanster has the tier 2 now. Armor upgrade has now started there for JonSnow, but more roaches coming out now. And a decent trade from both players, but sniping that 4th base is just great. JonSnow, like we saw before, canceled the 2 third bases there for Zanster, just being super annoying, and now sniped that 4th base. And a great play from JonSnow. Perfect timing on that tier 2 the range upgrade finishing up here. And now both players are on even keel, exception that JonSnow is actually going for the armor upgrade, the carapace upgrade, and we'll see what he decides to do with it. He's also going to get the Hydra. Is that the Hydralist? Yeah, he got the Hydralist. Then he's going to get the +1 range and speed upgrade. Plus, he's getting the armor. And JonSnow not fully supply cap. Looks like he's going to wait up. There he goes. Starts getting roaches. He has the Hydralist, but he's not really getting that much Hydralist. I guess he's just taking him for the back. Just there, and there's Overseer. That Changeling. We'll see, is Zanster going to realize there's a changeling in his base? There's a spy amongst our mists. I didn't make any Zerglings. Zanster realizing there's a changeling in his base. And here you go. JonSnow moving out. He's got that +1 armor and the tier 2. Not to mention he's got the Hydralist to deal with his army. And JonSnow, all he has, or excuse me, Zanster, all he has is the Tunning Claws. So see how much that's going to be to help him right there. A couple of the Ravager and Roaches getting caught in this bottleneck here. And Zanster pushing forward. He's got the smaller supply count here. A couple of Roaches here to deal with it. JonSnow waiting for the open field. Crossbow landing on top of JonSnow's army, but completely whiffing at 100%. And the Roaches getting bottlenecked up here. Armor upgrade is in favor of JonSnow, so JonSnow is 2 of 1 right now. Of course, Bile doing everything they can to get as much damage as they can in that bottleneck. And there we go. A couple of the roaches are deciding to burrow over here in the backhand side, and it'll be a good job to try to snipe that 3rd base. There's no Overseer anywhere on this map. It's with the main army, and there we go. The 4th base of Zanster looks like he's going to be under attack again. Overseer from Zanster sees everything. Overseer from JonSnow sees everything. Crossbow landing, almost getting it, and Zanster really needs to push the attack there and get some kind of damage going. Overseers are here. He's going to start cleaning out this creep. JonSnow pushing the objective. He's getting the tier 2 carapace upgrade, but now Zanster's going to have that armor upgrade here in the next 10 seconds. What is he going to be able to do with it? He's going after that 4th base, splits up the army. And now Zanster's going after that 3rd base, snipes the 3rd base of JonSnow. He's going to push on through. He's actually going to be able to push all the way through to the 4th base. And Zanster, even though contamination on that, stopping that upgrade coming in. Crossbow landing. These opponents are now a tier 2 and 1. So Zanster needs to hold on as best he can. Crossbow landing on top of this. JonSnow doesn't really care. He's taking the Crossbow hits. Last little bit of the Hydralist. And Zanster is actually pulling ahead in army supply. He's destroying. He took the 4th base of Zanster. JonSnow, Baneling's coming in. More roaches over here in the top right, but it's not really fighting with it. Kind of a terrible concave. And Zanster just slowly pulling ahead with his army supply. Drones are pulling in as well. And JonSnow is on the ropes here. And his 4th base and 3rd base is under attack. He's not going to be able to resupply his entire army. And JonSnow slowly losing his army here. And Zanster, good defense on Zanster, kept his 3 bases, and JonSnow's all on 2 bases. He's almost completely mined out of his main, and he's completely almost mined out of his natural. So the 3rd base of JonSnow is just going to be completely under attack, and Zanster with a great counterattack with those burrowed roaches, doing an excellent job here. But the tier 2 armor upgrade is about to finish here for JonSnow. Is it going to be enough to help deal with it? Zanster has plenty of gas left, plenty of minerals to deal with, and he can easily take a 4th base behind this, but both players are super broke right now. As you can see, Zanster only has about 100 minerals to his name. And here we go, tier 2 upgrade is about to finish up here now for JonSnow. JonSnow has taken his 4th base. Technically it's his 3rd base, but he's going to retake his 4th base, and he's going to drop some creep to get some spines out. And Zanster, such a great job with that. Infestor's coming out now for Zanster. And we'll see what he decides to do with that. 3rd base from JonSnow going down. Same thing with Zanster. Zanster's going to try to take that 4th base. And I'll see if he tries to take his 5th base in this whole battle at the same time. And, those infestors, I'm interested to see what he's going to be doing with those infestors. I mean, he's got a couple with his armor. I wonder if he's just going to try to fungal growth them and keep them, fungal growth them, and then pull off and then snipe them. Kind of what you do with the stasis ward. Or Overseer's coming in, seeing that 4th base is taken. He's going to drop a changeling right there. Oh, is he? Maybe not. Crosabala trying to land on top of that. Overseer does not get it. And Zanster looks like he's recovering very nicely, but he's kind of being stagnant here at the moment. He's getting more infestors. He hasn't really decided to go for that 2nd upgrade at tier 2. So right now, JonSnow has the higher upgrade count in terms of he's tier 2 of the range, tier 1 of the armor. And it looks like Zanster is going to move out. He sees that he is slightly ahead, and he wants to wait until that 3rd base is up and running. And here we go. He's going to come in right now. He doesn't have any Hydralisk with this, so it's just Roach, just Ravager. He's coming after it. Landing on a couple of these overlords, it's almost sniping them. And JonSnow is not going to be anywhere near supply capped. As you can see, the armor count is in favor of Zanster right now, but it's the upgrades that's going to be the tale of time right now. There are infestors with this army, and he's trying to bait out the majority of the army here. Of course, the battle landing on top of those spines, going to get a decent number of the spine hits and a couple round of Spine's going to go down. There we go. Fungal growth landing on top of a little bit on the north side of that army there. And Zanster trying to take these engagements, but it's just not going to be enough. He doesn't have the upgrades. And he's doing a good job at sniping these Ravagers with those fungal growths. But the 3rd base of JonSnow is critical for him to stay up. Zanster's got his 4th base up. So Zanster start working on the upgrades right now. There's no more infestors with this army. I'm not too sure exactly what happened. Zanster pushing the objective forward. 2 spines of help here to deal with this. Crosabile landing on both sides. I wish the Crosabile changed colors so we know who's who. And Zanster burrowing his roaches to help get those HP back. More infestors coming out here for Zanster. And like I said before, it is 2 of 1 versus 2 of 2. And there we go. JonSnow looks like he's going to try to take a 4th base up here at the front, and it's a huge opening here. It's going to be super hard for him to defend against that, just because he's been using the bottleneck technique to help with this. And he's mined out of his main. He's mined out of his natural. So this 3rd base is his only moneymaker right now. And Zanster is taking the 5th base behind this. So Zanster is pulling ahead in terms of economy. Look at these changelings running in for JonSnow, seeing what is going on, sees what this army is moving to the north base right here, and his army's kind of caught off guard here, and this army is going to come in, and it might snipe this 3rd base. It's just going to go straight after that 3rd base. If he gets this sniped, it's going to spell disasters for JonSnow. A lot of Crosabile landing on top of this. Drones get pulled. Right now, JonSnow doesn't have any kind of mining base outside of this 3rd base, so he needs to keep it up as best he can. Infestors are here just dealing with everything they can. And a 5th base from Zanster should be finishing up here. He needs to get those upgrades going. If he could get a tier 2 of 2, he would be in a great position. JonSnow is just kind of on the fences right now. He's moving out, but is it going to be enough? There's no Overseer with this army just yet, so he doesn't see the infestors with this army. And a couple good infestor hits. Here we go. Is he going to try to go for it? They sniped one infestor. And unfortunately, that infestor full of energy was not able to get a fungal growth off. And Zanster's kind of, pulling back just a little bit more. Like I said, he is out of minerals, so he's still back on mining two full bases, that I might add. And JonSnow was able to get that fourth base up across the bow landing. And these infestors, unfortunately, haven't gotten any good fungal growths hit. Fungals just yet. The army supply is still in favor. Oh, there we go. Good little snipe there. Picking off a small army supply. You know, pick off what you can. Like I said, you want to use it like a stasis ward. Just pick, you know, pick and roll. As what was that? Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry is the pick and roll. JonSnow, move on forward. There we go. The upgrade and the Hydralisk Den has now started for Zanster. Zanster, it has the decent number of mining bases. Oh, but he's taking the high ground. Corrosive Bile landing, almost sniping one of those infestors. A couple fungal growth, and here goes a burrowed Zanster's coming in on the north side of this base. He's just going to go straight for that third base. Might as well snipe the third base. And JonSnow, Overseer's here. Oh, there we go. Overseer's here. He's going to go straight for that third base. Is he going to go for it? Sends two up to the main. And it's going to... JonSnow is pulling his whole entire army back. And those roaches just going to attack something. And these roaches from Zanster should burrow. There's no Overseer with this army. There we go. Finally, he's going to run right through this army. Not the greatest position. A couple roaches doing a counterattack in Zanster's base. Zanster's losing some drones from behind this. And it's going to force Zanster. Zanster needs to move back. Corrosive Bile landing. Good shots on that. Corrosive Biles and Fungal Growth landing all at the same time. Good snipes on those. But Zanster, he's got the higher army count, but it's not with this entire army. More Fungal Growths going off. More Corrosive Biles landing at the same time. But is it going to be enough? JonSnow is pushing the objective now. He is 2 of 2. And he's got their even supply counts. And Zanster's fourth base is completely in shambles right now. That counterattack there from JonSnow with those 4 roaches doing such an excellent job there. And more Corrosive Bile landing. And these 4 roaches there are unfortunately not doing that much. And finally the roaches from JonSnow get cleaned up here at Zanster's fourth base, losing all those drones, 30 drones total. And there we go. Finally the upgrade's almost in favor of Zanster, or almost at the same time as Zanster. And there we go. He's moving across the map now. He's getting JonSnow getting more Hydralisk out, and there's no Overseer with this army, and so he might be able to micro him back just a little bit. But I don't think Zanster realizes that wasn't JonSnow's main army there. And right now, JonSnow is finally taking the lead in terms of army supply, and JonSnow is taking a base. Trying to get some decent shots off of Fester coming out here from Zanster. But what's kind of unfortunate for Zanster is that he's kind of broke in terms of he doesn't have any gas. Good fungal growth going down. Corrosive Bile landing on the decent size of that. They're 2 of 2 right now. More fungal growth going off right now on top of JonSnow's army. Is Zanster going to be able to pull with it? Both are even supply count right now. They're both 2 of 2 of army supply. Zanster's pushing on forward, but I think JonSnow just might have the higher supply count here. And it looks like JonSnow is going to take game number 2. Great patience on JonSnow's side. He was down this entire game. And it looks like he's going to be pulling ahead 100 to 50. GG, well played, good luck, it's called. And JonSnow takes game number 2 and moves on in the WCS Jönköping tournament. Good plays there from JonSnow. Aside from gaming, unfortunately, it was a team kill from both players, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. Let's see if there's any other games. I need to get food. I was supposed to get food a long time ago, but it is what it is. Oh, hey. Woohoo! Cool. Now who's next? Dun, 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 dun. All right, well, let's see if there's another game.